Well, it was a limited reopening of some parts of Timberline Lodge today.
Full operations at Timberline are still a long way away, but as our Cora Harlan found out this morning, for the limited number of people who had reservations to stay at the lodge or to ski, it was a beautiful way to spend a Friday outside.
By Timberline's own admission, this is a limited reopening of operations. Everybody in the buildings and on the slopes will be required to wear face masks. There will be fewer people here. This will not be a full-throated level of activity that people are used to seeing here at Timberline Lodge. But for the few people who did manage to get here today, it turned out to be a real treat. They are the lucky few excited enough to be back skiing that they were in the Timberline Lodge parking lot an hour before the lifts were even scheduled to open. The clouds shrouding Mount Hood summit parted for a time, allowing sunshine to pour down on the limited number of skiers back on the first day of a limited reopening.
I mean, it's just great to be back on the mountain, get outside and do something we love.
As part of the restart, Timberline is making skiing available only to a very small number who are able to register online for a ticket. Registration is every day for the next day to ski. Many people, like Malia Martinez of Oregon City, were at their computer yesterday waiting for those ski tickets to come online, and she got lucky.
We woke up very antsy and ready to get up here, so as soon as we could, got a pass, and we were doing the same thing as everybody else, I think, refreshing. And as soon as we got in, we were like, did we get it? And you get the email and got up here as quick as we could.
Access to the lodge itself has been limited. Without a reservation to ski or a reservation for a limited number of available rooms in the lodge, people will not be allowed to access the lodge, and they'll be turned away at a checkpoint on the road leading up to the lodge. While some activities resuming, it's still too early for people to randomly come here, wander, and absorb some of the rich history of the lodge.
People actually aren't permitted in the hotel unless they have a reservation. So we're just going to ask people to pause. We certainly appreciate the historical value. It is at our core and it's what we do, but it's just not the right time.
It is not a full resumption of activity. The day lodge remains closed. Takeout food from the limited number of food venues that have reopened is the only option for meals. People are asked to relax in their cars after skiing and not in the lodge. But for the lucky few who got reservations today, they got a treat. Relatively short-lived lines, some sunshine, and a long-awaited day on the mountain. At Timberline Lodge, Cora Harlan, KOIN 6.